One of my absolute favorite things to do is to help teachers understand parts of the IEP that are often forgotten. But parents, this is for you too, because the more that you know about these small sections in the IEP that can do great things for your child, the better we can work together and make sure that every child is getting an education that prepares them for further education, employment, and independent living. Remember, that's where we start with all of the things. All of the things that we're talking about for special education are focused on preparing a child for further education, employment, and independent living. It's in the purpose and findings of ideal law. I'm not a lawyer. I'm telling you where to look. I've been here professionally for 25 years in the special education community. And there's always a few details that are forgotten inside of the IEP. And it's so frustrating because they can make such a difference. It's one of the things that I love to teach inside of the Master IEP Coach Mentorship. I made sure to put a link here. So if at any time you're just like, okay, yeah, I need to know more, then you need to head over to the Master IEP Coach Mentorship. There's a couple of different options for how you can come into the mentorship, and I can teach you all the things so you can then implement them so you don't lose out on some of the huge benefits of an IEP, again, that are often forgotten. So I was just doing a podcast interview with a couple of general education teachers. I'm going to be talking more about that up and coming, of all the things that we're going to be doing to help general education teachers. And I wanted to make sure that I shared this strategy, and the people who were listening, who were there, were doing this, they were like, what are you talking about? Like, we've never heard such a thing. We've been in education a huge amount of time, and we've never heard such a thing. So I want to make sure that you hear this loud and clear. There is a section in the IEP that talks about staff training. And if you're like, I don't even know where that section is, I can't find it. Quite honestly, the section itself doesn't matter. The bottom line is you can put into the IEP training for staff. That means general education teachers, special education teachers, all of your other teachers that are in the building, right? So we'll kind of put the art, music, PE teacher, all of the teachers. Now, mind you, we can use this section sometimes to include parents inside of training also. So if training is needed to help a child reach an IEP goal, everybody on the IEP team can be trained, and that includes parents also. But today, I want to make sure that you know that if your child, so if you're a parent and you're watching, your child, if you're a teacher who's watching, if you yourself, if you need additional training to implement an IEP, that is anything. So if the child's team does not know how to implement cohesively things like visual schedules, assistive technology, accommodations and modifications, just different prompting and different levels of independence in different activities. If they don't know how to support all of that, then a child is being set up for failure. 100% set up for failure. Because if the child is set up for success in one classroom, and then we're like, okay, now we're going to the other classroom, and they're not set up for success, that is a huge amount of frustration. It is a huge amount of disappointment. And then we say, oh, inclusion doesn't work, or, oh, this classroom doesn't work. Is it that it doesn't work, or were we not equipped as an IEP team to support this child through all the things that are listed in the document and all the things that need to happen? So if you have questions about this section, you can go ahead and drop them below. But I'm telling you, the best place to learn how to use this section, what to put into that section, where that section is at. If you're like, I can't even find it, we can walk you through that step by step on how to find that. That is inside of the Master IEP Coach Mentorship, which is for parents, teachers, admins, therapists. We are the only program, Master IEP Coach training programs are the only programs that welcome everybody at the IEP table to train together in a collaborative way. We do not believe in parents versus teachers. No, it's everybody working together. And we know that that feeling is there. We don't have, our rose-colored glasses on all the time. We know that there's things to get through. But the bottom line, when you have foundations that work in special education, when you have strategies that work, when you have leadership skills, foundations, strategies, and leadership, when you have those three pieces surrounding the IEP document, you can build an amazing plan for a child that works in the real world. But it takes knowing the foundation. I'm not talking about IEP 101 stuff, the stuff you can Google or go get the book on. I'm talking about the foundation of making sure that everybody is trained and that we're using the legal document to ensure that team members are trained. You can do that. So go over, follow the link here, masteriepcoach.com. You're going to say /mentorship or just go to the main page. You'll be able to find it, IEP trainings. Come into the mentorship and make sure that next year you don't miss the same things that you missed this year. There's always more to learn. There are always more things to do inside of the IEP document. As children grow, the document needs to change. You can get prepared to help that happen inside of the Master IEP Coach Mentorship. I'll see you guys soon.